Welcome snoozy friends to the channel's new playlist on the planets of our solar system. Today we would be drifting toward our second planet Venus and its journey. What is it made of? And the impact of Mercury on our lives. Close your eyes, relax, and let's start our journey. Let the weight of the day drift away, like soft mist rising from a quiet valley. Breathe in slowly and exhale with the stars. Above you, the evening sky glows with a pale, gentle light. Not from the moon, not from the stars, but from a planet, Venus, the second planet from the Sun. Earth's sister in size, but not in soul. She is the brightest object in the sky after the sun and moon, often called the evening star, or the morning star. But she is neither. She is a planet wrapped in clouds, glowing with ancient light. Tonight, you begin your journey there, to the veiled, volcanic, vaporous world. To Venus. You float gently down toward a world you cannot yet see. Venus is cloaked in thick, swirling clouds, rich in sulfuric acid and whipped by winds that reach 360 kilometers per hour. These clouds reflect 70% of the sunlight, making the planet brilliantly bright, yet they also hide its surface completely. Beneath them, the air is dense, over 90 times thicker than Earth's, like diving a kilometer underwater. The atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide, with a touch of nitrogen. It's a greenhouse gone wild, trapping heat, crushing pressure, and churning storm cells that never sleep. You descend slowly, weightlessly, through cloud layers painted yellow and pale gold. You pass through a layer where the temperature feels just right. 22 degrees C, room temperature. This thin layer of the atmosphere, floating high above the hellish surface, is the most Earth-like place in the solar system. Some dream of floating cities here one day. But tonight, you keep drifting downward, deeper into the golden mist. Your feet touch the ground at last. But this ground is unlike anything on Earth. Venus has a surface temperature of 465 degrees Celsius, 869 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. Hotter even than Mercury, though Venus is farther from the Sun. Why? Because of its runaway greenhouse effect. Sunlight gets in, but the heat cannot escape, trapped beneath a sky of carbon and clouds. The pressure here is crushing, equal to 900 meters underwater on Earth. You would not survive unaided. But this is a dream. You walk softly over a plain of broken rock, smooth, dark, and cracked like cooled lava. Much of Venus's surface is volcanic. There are over 1,600 major volcanoes, though none are currently active, or at least, none that we've seen erupt. The ground rises gently ahead of you into pancake domes, strange, flat-topped volcanic features unique to Venus. And all around, silence. No birds. No wind at the surface. Only the crushing warmth and your quiet breath. As you look up, though you cannot see stars, you feel the strange pull of time. Venus rotates backward, a motion called retrograde rotation. Most planets, like Earth, spin counterclockwise. But Venus turns the other way, slowly, silently. It takes 243 Earth days to rotate once. Longer than its year, which lasts 225 Earth days. And yet, its day and night cycle, from one sunrise to the next, is about 117 Earth days due to its slow spin and orbital rhythm. From the surface, the sun would appear to rise in the west and set in the east, drifting across the sky in eerie, slow motion. And while the planet spins gently on its axis, its clouds race around it every 4 Earth days, a phenomenon called superrotation. You sit now on a gentle slope of ancient lava. And in the silence, you feel it. A world moving out of step with the others. Spinning backward. Hidden from sight. Yet burning bright in the sky. A planet that turns on its own terms. You walk across a wide, open plain, but it doesn't feel empty. It feels ancient. Venus is a planet shaped by volcanoes, and the ground beneath you holds their memory. The rock is basaltic, born of melted stone. Flowing lava once moved here like rivers of fire, spreading wide and cooling flat. You pass near a corona, not the crown of the sun, but a vast circular formation caused by rising magma beneath the crust. These coronae are unique to Venus. Some are hundreds of kilometers wide, ringed by fractures and ridges, the stone pushed up, then sagging back. Scientists believe that Venus doesn't have plate tectonics like Earth. Its crust doesn't shift in slow plates. Instead, heat builds up beneath, and when the pressure is too much, the surface collapses, cracks, and releases, all at once. A different kind of geology. Not drifting continents, but a world that holds in its pressure, and then bursts. You reach a gentle rise and sit. There's no wind here. No birdsong. Only the memory of silent eruptions, long cooled. And the warmth of a planet still holding fire in its bones. You cannot see the stars here. Venus's clouds block all light from beyond. But others have found a way to see through them. You close your eyes and imagine radar pulses, invisible waves beamed from orbit, slicing through clouds and bouncing back. This is how we've mapped Venus. Not with light, but with radio waves. In 1990, NASA's Magellan spacecraft arrived. It orbited for 4 years, sending radar images back to Earth. Those images revealed a world filled with volcanoes, lava plains, ridges, valleys, more craters than Mars, yet fewer than the Moon. This meant something important. Venus's surface is young. Most scientists estimate it's only 300 to 500 million years old, much newer than Earth's continents. Why? Because Venus may have reset itself. The entire crust might have melted and resurfaced, like a planetary exhale. You open your eyes again. The land beneath you was once hidden from every telescope. Now, its story is slowly unfolding, pixel by pixel, pulse by pulse. The planet remains silent. But the data speaks. And so you listen. You begin to walk again, wondering not just what Venus is, but what it was. Because long ago, it may have been very different. Venus and Earth formed in the same neighborhood. They're nearly the same size, mass, and composition. Some scientists believe Venus once had shallow oceans, and maybe even a climate not so different from Earth's. But something changed. The sun grew hotter over time. Without a magnetic field to protect it, Venus's water began to evaporate into the upper atmosphere, where it was broken apart by sunlight. Hydrogen, being light, escaped into space. Oxygen remained, but reacted with surface materials or was blown away by the solar wind. Over millions of years, the oceans disappeared, and the greenhouse effect began. Thick clouds of CO built up, trapping more and more heat, until the planet became the inferno it is today. It is called runaway greenhouse effect. And Venus is the final chapter in that story. You pause to look around. Now dry, now harsh, now quiet. But once, perhaps warm, breezy, blue. A different Venus. A lost world beneath the clouds. You look up now, not toward stars, but toward the heights above the clouds. And you think of the machines that have come here. Earth has sent over 40 missions to Venus, beginning in the 1960s. The Soviet Union's Venera program was the first to land. Venera 9 sent back the first image from the surface of another planet in 1975. The craft survived just over 50 minutes in the heat and pressure before it failed. Others followed. Venera 13 recorded the eerie sound of Venusian wind. NASA's Pioneer Venus studied the atmosphere. And Magellan gave us our clearest map. More recently, Japan's Akatsuki arrived in 2015, still studying Venus's atmosphere and clouds today. And soon, NASA and ESA will return, with missions called Veritas and Envision, aiming to peer through the clouds again, and ask new questions. Venus remains hard to reach, harder to land on. But not impossible. You look up again and whisper. Someone came here, and saw. And now. So have you. You lie back on a smooth slope of rock, the warmth still rising gently beneath you. Above, a sky of perpetual gold churns slowly in silence. There is no life here. Not like Earth. The ground is too hot. The air too dense. But high above, maybe. In the upper atmosphere of Venus, about 50 to 60 kilometers above the surface, the temperature and pressure are strangely Earth-like. Here, it's cool enough for water to exist. The pressure is close to what we feel at sea level. And sunlight filters in, gentle and strong. Could something float there? Some scientists wonder if microbial life might live in the Venusian clouds, drifting, feeding, surviving. In 2020, a molecule called phosphine was reportedly detected in those clouds, a gas that, on Earth, is associated with microbial life. The detection is debated and uncertain. But it reopened the question. Could Venus, for all its heat and haze, still carry something alive? No one knows. But the question itself is beautiful. Even in the harshest places, the universe keeps us curious. Venus has long been called Earth's twin, same size, same mass, same materials. But as you lie beneath its clouds, you realize this is a mirror of fate, not form. Venus shows us what could happen. To a planet, to a climate, to a sky. It is a cautionary tale in stone and steam. Where Earth's atmosphere nurtures, Venus's punishes. Where Earth breathes, Venus bakes. And yet, it is still beautiful. Its clouds, though deadly, swirl like painted waves. Its surface, though hot, glows with golden mystery. Some see in Venus a warning, others a wonder. You see both. And in this stillness, you feel grateful for the balance Earth holds, for the mystery Venus keeps. You begin to rise again, slowly, softly, as if lifted by the clouds themselves. More missions are coming. NASA's Veritas will launch soon, with eyes sharper than any before. Mapping Venus's surface in 3D, searching for active volcanoes. ESA's Envision will follow, studying how Venus evolved differently than Earth. And new concepts imagine balloons, floating cities, and robotic aircraft that might one day hover in the temperate layers of Venus's upper atmosphere. This planet, once forgotten, is calling again. Scientists believe it holds answers to how Earth formed, to how climates change, to how rare or fragile life might be. You feel yourself rising toward the clouds, carried by soft heat and science. The world below begins to fade into haze. But it is not gone. It is waiting. Quiet. Heavy. Wrapped in gold. You are floating now, above the clouds, beyond the storms. Into the darkness where stars return. And there she is, the Venus, glowing behind you. Still bright. Still veiled. Still silent. You look back one last time. This was a planet once called love, once called home, once called a twin. Now, it is a planet of mystery. A sister who took a different path. And yet, she gave you peace. You saw her fire and did not fear. You walked her lava plains and listened. You looked up through her endless clouds and dreamed. Venus, the morning star, the evening star. The light we see just before the day begins, or just as it ends. And now, so do you drift? Between wake and sleep. Between knowing and resting. Between Earth and something more. Your breath slows. Your thoughts settle. The planet fades to glow. And glow to silence. You are safe now. You are still. You are stardust dreaming on the wind. Good night. Do subscribe, like and comment.